Most people overpay for products like this. Here's why this one is different. I've tested a bunch of inflatable kayaks over the years, and the price tag usually jumps way up once you start looking at premium models. This one keeps things simple and affordable without cutting corners on the stuff that actually matters when you're out on the water. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've been using the 260 cm version for about 3 weeks now, mostly for quick evening paddles on the lake and one longer trip where I hit a couple of small rivers. The first thing that stood out was how easy it is to set up. You unfold it, attach the two halves with the included clips, inflate with the pump that comes in the bag, and you're ready to go in under 10 minutes. No wrestling with heavy frames or wrestling with stubborn valves, just straightforward. The reinforced bottom really does feel tougher than the cheaper inflatables I've owned. I dragged it up a gravel ramp a few times after fishing, and there wasn't a single scuff or puncture. The material is thick enough that you can feel the difference when you're kneeling, but it still stays light enough that my partner and I can carry it between us without straining. That's a big deal if you're solo launching or hiking to a spot. On the water it tracks straight, even when I'm paddling one-handed while trying to hold a camera. The skeg underneath helps a lot, no wild fishtailing like some shorter inflatables. I took it out in a light chop once and it cut through the waves without feeling tippy. The seats are decent too, they're inflatable but have a backrest and a small pocket for your phone or keys. I swapped the stock seats for aftermarket ones with better padding, but even stock they're fine for a couple of hours. Versatility is where this kayak surprised me. I've used it for fishing, just cruising, and even as a floating deck when I had friends over. The 260 cm length gives you enough room for a small cooler behind the seat and a dry bag up front. I've strapped a fishing crate to the back and still had space for my tackle box. It's not a sit-on top with built-in rod holders, but the hull is wide enough that you can mount a couple of Scotty-style clamps if you want. Weather-wise, it handled a light drizzle without any issues. The material doesn't get slippery when wet, so you're not sliding around like you might on cheaper vinyl. I wouldn't take it in a real downpour because the floor can get damp, but for normal paddling it's fine. The valves are the standard Boston style, so if you ever need to top up on the water you can borrow a friend's pump without hunting for weird adapters. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind. The pump that comes with it is basic double action but still takes a few minutes to get it fully firm. If you already own a better pump you can skip the one in the box. Also, because it's inflatable, it's not as rigid as a hardshell. You'll feel a little flex in the sides if you're really leaning hard, but for normal paddling it's not noticeable. The last thing is storage. Once it's deflated it's still a big bundle, about the size of a large duffel. It fits in most car trunks, but if you're tight on space you might want to measure first. Overall, this kayak punches above its weight for the price. It's durable enough for regular use, easy to move around, and versatile enough to handle fishing, cruising, or just floating. If you're on the fence between a cheap inflatable and a pricier hardshell, this is a solid middle ground that won't break the bank. Check the link below if you want to see the current price and read through the latest reviews. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Premium Inflatable Kayak, 230 cm, 249 cm, 260 cm, durable hovercraft with reinforced bottom for fishing and boating, size 260 cm, sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like durable and sturdy and easy to carry actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off.